Hey guys, this is Upesh from bboom.com and Samsung has just announced the new Galaxy A51. And well, guess what? We have the Galaxy A51 right here with us. So what are we waiting for? Well, we're probably waiting for you to hit the bell icon if you haven't already. So if you've done that, let's unbox the Galaxy A51. Okay, so this is the new Galaxy A51 and here's what you get in the box. You get these earphones, which is nice since it's rare these days. You get the 15-watt charging adapter, the USB-C cable, the usual silicone transparent case, and well, the manuals which nobody reads. Anyway, talking about the new Galaxy A51, this is a phone that is the successor to the Galaxy A50 and the A50s that arrived last year. So what are the changes that the A51 brings? What's exactly new? Well, let's start off with the nice design changes first. So the Galaxy A51 still has a glass stick back, but it's new. There's a new pattern here if you look closely, which I think looks really cool. And there's the new rectangular camera module that we have seen in the S10 Lite, and something that's pretty much a surety on the S20 series as well. It's clear that this is going to be a universal design theme on Samsung phones in 2020. Plus, I like the fact that the Galaxy A51 is so sleek looking and very lightweight, so yeah, it's very comfortable to use. Well, I think the Galaxy A51 looks great, especially this blue color that we have, and I think it's a really good color. It's really attractive looking. And I also think that the A51 is less of a fingerprint magnet when compared to the A50s, which is just a phone that gets smudged very easily. On to the front, there's another nice change. There's now a center punch hole, and compared to the A50s, the bezels on the bottom are narrower too. Overall, the Galaxy A51 does look more modern and more bezel-less. The display is a 6.5-inch Super AMOLED panel with a 1080p resolution, and it's the usual nice AMOLED display. It's beautiful. I mean, watching videos on this thing is amazing. Just look at it. The colors pop, the blacks are deep, and thanks to the bezel-less design, it's very immersive. Yeah, it looks nice. Plus, the phone has the L1 license, which is kind of expected, so you can stream in HD on Netflix and Prime Video. You also get the fingerprint scanner on the front. It's an in-display fingerprint scanner and it's decent enough. Like all phones, there's also Face Unlock, which is fairly fast, so no problems. Also, a lot of people had some funny comments about a Face Unlock shot in S10 Lite video, where I looked bored and uninterested and other things. So here's a more lively and happy me. Apart from that, you get the dual SIM plus micro SD triple slot, so yeah, a dedicated slot, the buttons on the right, and the USB-C port, the headphone jack, and the single speaker on the bottom. Yeah, you're pretty much covered on the design front. Next up, the cameras have been upgraded. The Galaxy A51 comes with this new quad camera setup. You get a 48 megapixel f1.8 primary camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, a 5 megapixel macro lens, and a 5 megapixel depth sensor for the live focus mode. Well, I've only used the cameras briefly, but so far the photos from the A51 look good, as you can see. Well, the colors look good and the photos are sharp too, especially in good lighting. In low light, the camera did fairly well too. I mean, this shot of the leaf is pretty cool looking, right? I also took some shots from the ultra wide angle lens, so take a look. Well, in this shot you can see the difference, the perspective you get from an ultra wide angle camera, and the A51's 12 megapixel sensor has done a fine job with the colors and dynamic range. Here are a couple of more ultra wide angle shots. Moving on to the macro lens shots. So I like this new macro lens on the A51 as it lets me get close to things, and as you can see the photos are decent, although yeah, I have to test things out extensively. There's also the other Samsung camera features. There's a live focus mode and the A51 comes with a dedicated depth sensor, so the results are fairly accurate when it comes to edge detection. I mean, there are a few inconsistencies time and again, but so far the portrait mode, or the live focus mode as Samsung calls it, works fine. There are also a lot of other camera features here, like the night mode, which now works with the ultra wide angle camera as well. There's the pro mode, the scene optimizer, which now has more scenes to recognize from, and a lot more. On the video front, the Galaxy A51 comes with 4K 30fps video recording support, and there's even the really nice super steady mode for stable videos. Well, I tested it out. Here's a 1080p video I shot running, and well, the mode has made sure it's decently stable. When it comes to the selfies, the Galaxy A51 comes with a 32 megapixel camera with features like the live focus mode, filters, beautification, etc. Here are a couple of selfies we took from the phone, and well, they look fine as far as selfies go. So in my brief time with the Galaxy A51, the quad cameras here do seem like a good improvement over the Galaxy A50s, so yeah, things seem positive. Now moving on to things under the hood, where things haven't really changed a lot. The Galaxy A51 is powered by the Exynos 9611 chipset with up to 8GB RAM and 128GB UFS 2.0 storage. Here are the benchmark scores from the phone, and while these scores aren't going to beat the competition, they are decent. Anyway, when it comes to real world performance, the Galaxy A51 has been fluid and nice, so I'm hoping it gets the job done. On the gaming front, PUBG Mobile defaults to high graphics on Exynos 9611, so that's nice. And when it comes to the gameplay, the performance was good in the couple of sessions I played on the phone. Overall, the performance of the Galaxy A51 has been fairly good so far, but yeah, it's too early to judge, so we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, on the software front, I like the fact that the Galaxy A51 has the latest One UI on board. It is One UI 2.0 on top of Android 10, and it brings in all the features we like in One UI. But what's interesting is the new India-specific features that Samsung has introduced with the Galaxy A51. So the Messages app now has a useful cards tab on the right, where you should see cards with important info like big discounts, movie tickets, your flight tickets, and more. There's also multilingual typing, where the keyboard will auto-detect regional languages including English and offer better predictions and better emojis. There's also better universal search with searches in popular apps. And lastly, there's the smart crop feature in screenshots, which auto-suggests crop based on what's interesting on the screen. Well, these new India-specific features certainly seem nice. Lastly, the Galaxy A51 has the same fairly big 4000 mAh battery with 15W fast charging, which should be fast enough. So that was pretty much everything about the brand new Galaxy A51, and at the time of shooting this video, we don't know the price of the phone, but yeah, this is a phone that brings some nice upgrades and changes. I mean, the new design and this new color certainly looks modern, and the center punch hole AMOLED looks great. The quad cameras seem to be pretty good too, and while the Exynos 9611 is the same as the A50s, I'm hoping it does the job. And then there's the feature-packed latest One UI 2.0 on Android 10 and the usual big battery with fast charging. So if you ask me, the Galaxy A51 might not be the most extraordinary new smartphone, but for people who are a fan of the A50 series, the Galaxy A51 is a solid new smartphone. Well, what do you think of the brand new Galaxy A51? Tell us in the comment section below. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure to share it with your friends. Lastly, subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos, including our S10 Lite review, where we'll be comparing it against the OnePlus 70. So yeah, subscribe to our channel. Well, that's me signing off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.